Tomorrow, of course, everybody will be talking in the context of a Bihar second phase election. But the by-elections that are happening in this country are equally important. So first, let's explain in numbers what is happening. So there are 56 assembly seats that are going to polls tomorrow in 11 states. 28 of these seats are in Madhya Pradesh, 8 are in Gujarat, 7 are in Uttar Pradesh, 2 each in Odisha, Nagaland, Jharkhand and Karnataka, and 1 each in Chhattisgarh, Telangana and Haryana. So that is the expanse of this by-election, right? 11 states in all. Now let's talk about Madhya Pradesh first, because this is the biggest of the bi-poll battles. 22 sitting MLAs had actually switched to BJP in March 2020. We brought you that story right here on NDTV. 3 more Congress MLAs joined the Jyotiraditya Scindia camp in switching to the BJP. So that took the total to 25. 3 seats fell vacant because of the death of incumbent MLAs. Thus, 28 by-polls are taking place in Madhya Pradesh. Let's quickly get you the math, because again, it all boils down, and Madhya Pradesh is extremely significant because whether Shivraj Singh Chauhan will be able to continue to have his 7.5-month-old government or not is dependent. And whether Kamal Nath will be able to come back or not is also dependent. So the numbers. So in 2018 assembly elections, the Congress, the BSP and the SP came together. They had 117. The BJP had 109, borderline case. The total strength of the House is 230. Halfway mark, majority mark is 116. The Congress coalition had 117. A wafer-thin majority, but they managed to, Kamal Nath managed to be at the helm for a good 15 months. Then Scindia exit came in. The Scindia exit came in March 2020. The Congress plus was reduced to 88. Very short of the halfway mark. They were reduced to 88. BJP was at 107. The majority mark is 116. In these by-elections, the BJP needs all of 9 seats. They have to win only 9 to be able to retain their government, whereas the Congress needs to win 21 to cross the majority mark. Now that's the real challenge as far as the Congress is concerned. Now let's quickly tell you what this means for each of the players. What does it mean for Jyotiraditya Scindia? First, he's lost his traditional stronghold of Guna in 2019 Lok Sabha polls. That was a big jolt to Jyotiraditya Scindia. He will have to prove to his new party that he still has his political clout over his area of influence. Why? Because if he delivers, then he can bargain to be a cabinet minister serving under Narendra Modi. He'll be able to say, look, I have delivered on what I promised. And why we say this? Because of the 28, 16 by-poll seats are in the Scindia bastion. So it will not be wrong to say that this is the biggest test of Jyotiraditya Scindia, whether he'll be able to deliver 16 on 16. Then Shivraj Singh Chauhan, his 4th term in MP is at stake. So if the BJP does not get 9, he will not get a 4th term. A loss may mean that he'll have a reduced stature in the Bharatiya Janata Party. But if he does win, then he will retain that position of being a 4th term serving chief minister, a BJP chief minister. Kamal Nath, who was the former chief minister, he's hoping to regain power after his government was toppled, though it is a very, very difficult task. The Congress has to win 21 of the 28. A defeat will reduce his clout among the central leadership, and it will also be a fight to retain ground in an extremely faction-ridden Madhya Pradesh Congress unit. You know there are multiple factions as far as the Congress leadership is concerned. Narendra Singh Tomar, the next person who will have his eyes set on these by-elections in Madhya Pradesh. He's the Central Agriculture Minister who also hails from the Gwalior region. A victory in these by-polls could actually elevate his political stature within the Bharatiya Janata Party along with Jyotiraditya Scindia. He could then position himself, and many people already see him as the successor to Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So he will also be hoping to deliver. Let's now quickly talk about the other 2 states, significant states. So Gujarat by-polls explained 8 by-elections are going to take place in the Vidhan Sabha in Gujarat. BJP is firmly in majority. Any victory in by-polls will only be bonus. Congress is down to 65, so if they win these 8 seats, then it will be at best a morale booster. It will be a test for the new Congress chief Hardik Patel, and this could also set the tone for the local elections, local body polls next year. Let's now talk very quickly about Uttar Pradesh. 7 seats go to polls. Again, a massive mandate for Yogi Adityanath. These 7 losses, even if these are losses, are not going to make much impact on his fortunes. But the opposition is going to look to turn this into a referendum on Yogi Adityanath. And they could set, if they win, if the opposition wins these 7, this could very well set the tone for 2022. So this is the significance of the by-polls that are going to be held tomorrow. So don't just think that tomorrow's polls is all about Bihar. It is also about these 56 crucial seats in 11 states. That's a wrap in this edition of Trending Tonight. News continues on the other side. Good night and goodbye.